My name's Barry. I own Quality First Care, I'm Director and Register Manager, and been doing the job for 4 years now. You know, it's a small business, so as a manager, you've got to deal with all aspects of it. So you're talking HR, care management, a bit of IT, and really just being a leader of people, trying to get them to deliver care to the highest quality. Working with the team, you know, being there with them on the front line was great. We are Quality First Care, and we set up 4 years ago to address the need for end-of-life care provision in the Derwent-side region of County Durham. You know, there's a lot of care providers out there, but not many, if any, specialise in palliative and end-of-life care. So myself and my business partner Vicky established a company to address that need. In terms of working with people or working in partnership with other agencies, the biggest one is the NHS through the continuing healthcare team, which commission the healthcare packages. Our key partner in the care are the district nurses. They are the care managers outright, but we're their care assistants and support them to deliver the personal care. Other people involved are social workers. The key people are the service users, not the end user, but the service users and the families. They are everything. All the other people around the edges we work with are doctors, surgeries, pharmacies, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, dietitians. We all work together for the needs of the people we support. We like to do more for less people. It's not a race, it's not a rush. We want our staff to treat people that they care for like family members. That's the sort of embedded culture and values we've got. Not a fair list, but that's the ethos, if you know what I mean. Communication systems are critical in any business, but more so in care. You know, we need to make sure we've got a good line of open, honest communication with district nurses, with our staff, and everybody else that's involved in that package of care. Do you know what I mean? So telephones, for example, are essential because we need to communicate and ask questions and just get things in place, you know. So to have them phones readily available, but in the community as well, that staff can access management can access staff on a remote basis is critical. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, it doesn't, you know, you cannot deliver care in an office. It happens in people's homes, and managers are not always sat behind the desk because they're actively involved in the care. So we need to be flexible and mobile with our communications. And what Aspect Voice has brought to us is the system which we use, and you know, it's fantastic. If we can't respond verbally, then the system can record messages. It can email them, which is great. So that can be picked up by not just one member of the team, but the whole team to address any questions that carers may have, or any concerned family have got, or if commissioners want us to take a new package. We know instantly. Do you know what I mean? There's no breakdown in that communications, and that's everything that Aspect Voice have done to support us. You know, without that system, we'd be a lot worse off. The initial system we had wasn't mobile, if you like. I know that sounds a bit strange, but it wasn't. We were reliant on using a core number, one number to contact multiple people, and we didn't get that information through. It wasn't a reliable system. So the new system that was introduced is a lot more reliable. We know who's rang, even if we missed the call, the history's there, so we go back. So there's nothing being missed or logged in the system. Business needed effective communication tools to capture all communications in the business, like as that happen. You know, this business never sleeps. It's 24/7. You know what I mean? And we need to know any change in need from clients. If staff have got any issues, we need to know. And rather than be reliant on people's personal mobile numbers or anything else, we can use one number that can be publicised to everybody. We can transfer the responsibility of answering that phone from person to person on a duty rota, if you like, to share that responsibility. But it's one telephone number for everybody. So Aspect Voice, I was working for a charity, again doing palliative end-of-life care when it burned down the road. We need to review our common system then. For me, it's about local people supporting local people. So local businesses working with local businesses, I think that's the way it should be done. You know, I've worked in the corporate sector myself, and sometimes that's a bit cold, so aspect voice where not far away from where Willoughburn were, not far away from where Quality First Care are. In the relationship with aspect voice is great because it's a face-to-face relationship. The real people listening to your needs. Support team who've done installation jobs or switched things around are second to none. They're brilliant. And again, understand the needs of your business because you understand you, and that's important. For any business, I feel it's about the people. It's not about the service you offer, it's about the people. And I think Aspect Voice has got that in abundance. Previous working relationships with Aspect Voice, and again, them knowing me and knowing the business that we're in was critical in helping us. Well, it wasn't helping us, but choosing Aspect Voice. It was, they knew who we are, where we were going, what we were doing. And I think, that there's always open, honest communication with the team, in terms of how can we make things better. Again, we had a previous system which we've changed to the Wildex system, which has opened so many doors to us in terms of making it more effective in terms of communication. Poor team, again, with Ian, Jack and John, brilliant. There's nothing ever a problem, and if there is a problem, it's fixed quickly. Because we're so reliant on if systems go down, that's a big thing. If carers can't make contact, the families can't make contact, so we need it up and running quickly. And the team's never let us down in terms of bringing that back up line or changing things to address our changing business need. So excellent.
Yeah.
Tell it like it is.